Hello, friends, and greetings for the day. Welcome back to another live session of our channel where we connect together to, discuss with you all that questions what you may have regarding testing or ISTQB certifications. As usual, every Saturday we connect together to, listen to your queries, look forward to your concerns, your questions, queries, whatever you may have regarding the software testing concepts, be it about manual testing, automation testing, or even if you talk about some of the fundamentals of like what could be my career ahead being a QA, why should I look into continue my career as a QA, and what could be the benefits, continuous benefits, what we can achieve being a QA altogether. So as a part of this live session, we'll look forward to any sort of queries which you may have related to software testing, or even if you talk about my channel, which is more about the certification oriented. So you're free to talk to me. You can, go ahead and drop your queries, and we'll be looking forward to respond to your queries as much as possible. And this live session is exclusively to answer your queries because there's no such platform currently doing a free live session every week to just answer your queries, right? So this live session being on YouTube is mainly to respond to your queries, help you understand testing concepts in more detail, and also assist you so that you can be a better QA at your own place. So look forward to a great session today as well, and looking forward to a great participation from all the viewers who will be joining us, and again having set of questions which might be really helpful for many other people who are interested to see this video even after the live session gets over. So the main objective here is to give a window to our audience, give a window to our followers, our learners who are exploring testing, and assist them with what best we can do. Because generally a testing platform, no matter, we have hundreds of platforms available online right now. There are hundreds of people who are doing QA tutorials, but I unfortunately do not find anyone, not even a single channel, doing a free live session to respond to the queries. And certainly people come back to me with great number of questions, asking me different questions at any point of time, and I look forward to assist them. And this is where this live session is created. So every Saturday, 7 to 8 p.m., we connect together, and we look forward to listen to your queries as much as possible, and try to respond each one of them. And that's the only objective of having this live session. We don't have any update. We don't have to talk about what's happening in my life, or I don't have to share anything else. But of course, we have some key highlights every time we connect, and some of the key highlights. The first and foremost one, we become a 20,000 subscriber family right now, and it's a really proud moment for me because being in QA, and that too in QA, just about certifications, having 20,000 is more of like 100,000 subscribers. This is what the comment I got from my peers when I spoke to them about the same. They said it's a big deal having 20,000 subscribers when you're not talking about everything in testing, but limited to certifications. And it's really great to see that count and support and love from all of you. So thank you so much. And more importantly, we in fact have great number of views on our videos, but just because it is a certification, when people are done with their certification, they drop out as a subscriber, and we take a long time to reach our YouTube goals, as so called as. But I'm not worried about that, because for me it is more importantly to cater people, help build a better QA community, and subscriber count does not really make a difference in doing the service and helping the team to learn and become a better QA themselves. So this is where it's just like one of the keynote which I wanted to thank you for. So thank you so much for being a continuous follower of this channel, and thank you so much for being a part of this channel, showing that love consistently, being attached to this channel, and being a part of all that what we do here. And of course, thank you so much for being very appreciating my content. And it's really good that we are having a great bunch of people now with us who are supporting this content and looking forward to recommend it to many other people. Also, in this last 2 years, I think we just took 2 years to reach the 20,000 target. And this 2 years, I think we have helped more than 30,000 or 40,000 people to get certified across the world. And also, the great achievement which we have achieved through this journey is making me as the world's best instructor on the ISTQB Foundation certification. Because today, if you go to Google and if you type ISTQB Foundation tutorials, the very first recommendation, no matter which country you are in, is my channel. And that's all because of you, because you found it appropriate and you further suggested it to so many people. And that's how the Google recognizes that, hey, everyone is looking onto this video. There's something good about it. And they always look forward to promote such content, right? That's how Google works. It's all about SEO, that is search engine optimizer. And it's all about like how people look at your content. You can't fake it out. You just have to be like consistent all the time, and 2 years is kind of a very short period to be on the rank one across more than 100 plus countries when you search for ISTQB Foundation tutorials and bringing it up there. Thank you so much for all that love, team. We look forward to continuously keep helping you and assist you with as much possibilities as possible in order to give you the best content ever. And I think the very first comment coming in for today is Kanika. Kanika says, congratulations. Thank you so much, Kanika, for your best wishes. Thank you so much for your time and content. It's always my pleasure because more importantly, when it comes to delivering these services, we have to be unbiased. And of course, we have to be, helping each other. And that's how people further come down and say that, okay, yeah, this guy is really helpful. He does not just make some fake promises. I think I spent my entire day on LinkedIn, responding to so many people throughout the day. And that does not, come up on any SEOs. So I'm doing pretty much a lot behind the screen to help people, which I certainly don't get any credit for or I don't get any recognition for. But somewhere I feel that I'm satisfied, I'm happy that I'm doing what I wanted to do for my QA community. And this is where I think I'm more satisfied when somebody reaches out to me and I find some time out to reply back to them and give them the proper support, what they need for their learning, certifications, or whatever being about a QA, right? So I think I'm more satisfied with your love and care, the support what you have provided on the channel. Other than that, I think all I need is your consistent support, and the numbers can keep varying here and there. And most importantly, we should look forward to give you the best services continuously, and look forward to responding to your queries as much as possible on time, and assist you with what best we can. So thank you once again to all of you for making this channel reach 20,000 subscriber, and we are looking forward to climb more. And of course, at the same time, it's just not about the numbers. It's just not about how many people are watching our video. It's more about how many people we serve, right? Because I just have one goal, and I think it's time for me to update it everywhere, that the only goal we have is build better QA community, right? QA community should have everything what they need to be a QA in an organization, and we're looking forward to make sure by any chance whatever you may need as a help, I should be there to help you with those. Right. So yeah, with that objective, we would like to kick off with our day. Just a quick update. Another one, which is the current playlist, which is going on our channel, is software testing bootcamp. And this bootcamp is like set of tutorials, which is going to tell people about what is software testing, how to be a QA. And this is for everyone, those who are looking forward to move from any other domain to software testing. And at the same time, those who are newly joining as a QA, maybe a fresher, they can also look forward to this tutorial series. So this series name is called as Software Testing Bootcamp. You can find it as a playlist, and currently working on that. So every day, every weekday, you'll find a video being published. And once I complete that, I'll look forward to another option from all of you, that what is next, right? So that's pretty much from my side, which I wanted to share with all of you. Now let's look forward to, if you have any questions, just feel free, drop that on the chat box. There's no difference between any questions. We respect each and every question which is published here on the live session, on the chat, and we look forward to answer all of them. Be it anything, We don't expect that only critical and complex questions should be asked. You don't have a criteria to ask the question. Whatever is in your mind, just drop it on the chat, and we'll look forward to talk to it. Okay, we have another one coming in from Moclip. Says thanks. Dhananjay Reddy is here. He says hello, Neeraj. Hello, Dhananjay. And yeah, we are looking forward to kick off with our day and have any questions which you may need in order to ask me. Feel free to go ahead. This is a ask me session, and we looking forward to listen to your queries, listen to your concerns, listen to your doubts, clarifications, what you may need regarding the certifications or regarding the software testing process. We are here to help. So go ahead, team. And if you have any questions, do not hesitate. Just drop it on the chat. I'm just a chat away, and I'll be more than happy to respond back to you if you have a question. Okay, meanwhile, I get the questions. Of course, I think we'll be targeting July to complete all our manual bootcamp tutorials, because there's a lot to it. And of course, we want to make sure that it is helpful for anyone who is looking forward to learn the software testing concepts right from the fundamentals. And that's the reason we are taking more number of tutorials here to explain in detail that what exactly it does, right? So we will be looking forward to talk about it. All right, the Ninja says, can you suggest any websites which gives hands-on experience on manual testing and finding bugs? There are pretty kind of demo-based applications, but they come handy with the tools which you use. For example, if you're going with some of the tools like UFT, Load Runner, they have their inbuilt demo tools, but not anything other than that. Not anything other than that, because all the other applications which you will come across is, of course, in production, which is live. People are using it, and there's no point testing them, right? Because you may not find defect. But there's no harm if I look at the other side of it, that you can always go ahead and test any application which you use in day to day and figure out with your perception that if you can find any defects or not. So the journey of being a tester is more about writing effective test cases and testing an application. That means finding bugs. It's not necessary that you get bugs, but if you get one, that's really good. We appreciate that you are being a very good tester, finding great testing, performing great testing and finding good bugs. But the point is, finding a demo application only for testing is slightly difficult until unless you move out to a particular organization who have several projects on shelf, and you can pick up those and start testing. So you may try looking at some of the freelancing websites like Upwork and see if you can be kind of a tester for a lot of open systems which are lying there. So a lot of time they reach out to you. There are two websites like freelancer.com, okay, freelancer.com, and upwork.com as well. So you can try these two websites, and you may have to wait for the opportunity where they can probably post a particular app or a software which they want freelancers to test, right? So you can certainly give it a try, but it may not be more of like kind of practice. It may be more of like commitment that you have to write the test cases and hand over to them just like a project. So yeah, getting a demo piece of work is very difficult because people don't share it publicly. You may have to reach out to an organization who give you all that work, right? So just try that, and you may find some good work there also. Okay, so I hope that answers your question, Dhananjay. And we have another one coming in from Srinivas. Says, any free tool to write test cases and execution? Of course, you can start with Excel. Excel, in fact, is a very, very, very common option because not all the organization make use of test management tool, right? And test management tool in the sense like it's not freeware. Most of the companies, most of the tools which you have are generally commercial because it comes with great features. And that's the reason it is not open source. So you may not find an open source tool. But yeah, there's a lot of other things. For example, TestLink or Rational Test Manager. These are licensed too. But you can find it for 30 days free of cost, and you can certainly make use of them, right? And other than that, of course, you have Jira. So in Jira, you can install X-Ray, and X-Ray is a test management add-on to Jira. So you can very well install that, and that's completely free. Free in the sense like Jira instance is free, but X-Ray will be free for 30 days, and you can give it a try and see how exactly you can write some test cases. So I certainly have great set of support for you. I have got another channel where I only talk about these type of tools and assist you with learning the testing concepts better way. So I have got a playlist there with X-Ray and how to install Jira. So we have a Jira playlist. If you want to learn Jira, then you want to learn X-Ray, you can find all the material on this channel, which is mine, and you can pretty much see how exactly to do test management without any cost, right? So look forward to this, and that would be, I think, the only option right now for you to go ahead and start working on the same. Right. So I hope that answers your question, Srinivas. And if you have anything else, just feel free to drop that. We'll look forward to talk about it too. And all the members here, just don't forget to drop a thumbs up. The only reason to ask you that is not to gain subscribers. We don't have a criteria at all. It's mainly to let the world know that there is a live session happening, and we want you to, let people know uh, that they can come and ask their questions here, right? Either you drop a like or you let your colleagues know, let your friends know. It is all same for me. And you can also tell them that subscribing this channel is not a criteria to ask a question. They don't have, it's not necessary, it's not mandatory. It's completely optional because my settings here are set to anybody can comment. Okay. We do have an option in YouTube where you can set that only subscriber can comment, right? That becomes a kind of discrimination between the other audience. And we want the whole world to just come in here and go ahead and ask their questions. So it's free. Let people know, your colleagues, your friends, if they're interested to have any queries resolved, they're free to come to this live session and ask this question. And this is scheduled every Saturday between 7 to 8 p.m. Indian Standard Time. And we look forward to answer any question which we may have. Right. The Ninja also says, congratulations on 20K subscribers, sir. Thank you so much for this. And yeah, we recently just completed 20K, which was last week, this week. And I was really happy and proud enough to share with all of you. So thank you so much, all of you. And I think I certainly mean something to share. Thanks to all for making it to 20K subscribers. It's really a great honor for being connected here with all of you, right? And it's going to be a great journey thereafter too. All right, we have Tanshe. Tanshe says, I'm planning to write the CTFL exam early next month through self-study. Is there any special advice as I prepare for the exam? Thank you. Of course, there's something special which you need to take care of is following the pattern of the syllabus, which is very important. Uh, I'm not sure if you're already working as a QA or you are new to software testing. The more importantly is the way you align yourself to the syllabus, because the syllabus is very generic, very layman, but does not fit into any particular domain or particular industry practices. So a lot of time people think that, hey, I have been working into industry for 6 years, 7 years. What's the big deal in writing ISTQB Foundation, which is very fundamental? No, I failed my first time, just for your kind information, having the same overconfidence on me. The reason is I thought I know testing for a long time and everything at fundamental is very known to me. But there are certain terminologies, there are certain synonyms, certain concepts, right, which is not covered in industries by default. It might be covered in your industry, your practices, but not necessarily that it is followed in every company, right? But syllabus is fixed to get certified. Now that is where it is important that stick to the PDF, the official copy of the syllabus, and try to make sure that you understand what exactly they are looking forward from you, right? So while you're going through these videos, I'm of course following syllabus, right? It's not that I'm away from the syllabus. And most importantly, I recommend you, alongside my videos, I suggest you to go through the official copy of the PDF, Also, to tell you that I have another playlist where we talk about 120 sample questions in more detail, okay, in more detail with the tips and tricks that how to tackle the examination questions. So I want you to go through these two playlists and a PDF, and that would do all the job for you, and that will help you to get succeeded in the examination. Right, Tansei? If you have anything else, oh, I see another one. And thanks for the content you have on the YouTube channel and the site share as well. I'm proud to be a part of 20K subscriber. Thank you so much for this. It's really a great week now. I've been getting wishes and greetings from a lot of people across the world about this achievement, and we are really happy to, have you as one of those members. And we're looking forward to have more continuously, and looking forward to great support, because I want to reach out to every single QA in the world and help them succeed with their work, their career. And we cannot do that. Though I have the knowledge, though I have the fundamentals, I cannot do that without you all, right? You are my team. You are my family here, along with other members of my family, of course, who are really great at helping me, supporting me to reach every single person whom I can help, or the person who needs help. And thank you so much for all your great wishes, Tanshe. And should you have anything else, just let me know. All the very best for your preparation. And as usual, I say happy learning. Okay, do let me know if you have anything else. I would be more than happy to assist you. Okay, did I miss anything here in between? Yes, Abhishek. Abhishek says for effective testing, strong domain knowledge is required. However, would you suggest to boost the domain knowledge? It is important. If you are into a domain product testing, for example, I'm talking about aviation, I'm talking about banking products, I'm talking about automobile, I'm talking about telecom industry. If you are into any of these product testing, right, the domain knowledge is very significant. The importance is I don't test the product just like how I test e-commerce website, right? If I'm talking about Amazon, it is irrespective of any domain. Anybody can just go, any tester, I mean anybody in the sense, any tester can go ahead, write test cases and test it, because it's so layman level that how a user places an order on Amazon is what a tester do in testing it. But when it comes to testing an automobile, no, not an ordinary tester can test it. You need to understand how an automotive works, and not just the car, entire car functioning. Like we're not talking about driving a car, right? We're talking about there are so many components, there are so many integrations, there are so many embedded systems which certainly work in a unique way. So domain knowledge is pretty important, Abhishek, which I would like to recommend and strongly suggest. So if you are having this requirement or query that should I look into boosting my domain knowledge? Yes, of course. If you are working for a particular domain, like any particular domain, have a better knowledge, in fact, the best knowledge in that domain, so that you can be master of what you're testing. And that's how you become the best in your QA portfolio and add more value to your profile. I hope that answers your question. And let me know if you have anything else. I would be more than happy to assist you. Kirti says, thank you so much for your material on YouTube. Is that sufficient to clear a foundation level exam? Or do I need to refer book? Not necessarily a book, but of course you have the official copy of the syllabus, which is the official PDF copy of foundation level syllabus, which is available on ISTQB.org. You can directly download it from there. And I suggest you to go through that in parallel with the videos. Now, the only reason why I'm telling you to do that, it's not because my videos are not at all related to syllabus or something. No, my videos are pretty much as per the syllabus. But the point is, when you listen to the videos, there is always a possibility that you may skip one or the other content or terminology, just like how it happens in real time. When you're listening to someone, you may miss out informations. But reading the PDF once again would make sure that you are covered. Double verification on the same topic at the same time. So would give you a great confidence on what you are learning, what you're preparing at, and you would be more confident with what you're learning altogether. So I always recommend blindly, a blind recommendation to every single participant here, that you look forward to the syllabus copy at least once before hitting the examination. And also to add, I do have two playlists, okay? One is the foundation level syllabus discussion, and second is sample papers discussion. of the foundation level. 3 mock papers, 120 questions with a lot of tips and tricks. So I would suggest you to go there as well before you look forward to the examination. Okay. So all the very best, Katie. Do let me know if you have anything else. Aman says, congratulations for 20K subscribers. Thank you so much, Aman. It's really a pleasure to have your compliment and certainly makes a lot of sense for us. And we look forward to your consistent love and support. Also, Aman says, following your content and it is helping me for preparing. Certainly good. Thank you. Thank you so much for, complimenting my content as well. We always consider, your best outputs with while preparing our content so that it is useful for anyone who is learning it from, right? Tanisha says, thank you very much for your advice. It's always my pleasure, Tanisha. You have anything else, just keep letting me know. Jayprakash says, I'm testing IVR that are Tule will help to automate. What are tools? IVR, what are tools will help me to automate? Um, Not sure if I have interacted with any such tools before, but I may certainly quickly suggest you with some of the options which I have heard but not practically used, right? So generally, there are tools in different sections of different concepts. So it would be good option to see more, senior consultant from those kind of domain because I'm not so expertise. I'm not so kind of, experiencing the IVR testing, right? So it is really kind of will be a little bit tough because I have some information with me when people talk about, imprex or kind of, rapid spike or Ruti. So even, SOAP UI can help you to a certain extent, but only limited from a kind of, the API part and web services. But there are a few tools which you can try. But trust me, I don't have my personal exposure on this. I've never tried these tools, but there are good tools which I've heard from some of my discussions or some of my workshops which I attended. And we were talking about Rapid Spike and we are talking about Imprix as well as the Ruti, which could be some of the good options for you. And yeah, just look forward to track them and see if they can be very helpful. And you can give it a try. And let me know also, because that could be a good suggestion for someone next who's looking for the same solution. Okay. So yes, Jayaprakash, you can let me know if you have anything else to talk about. Okay, we have this next one coming in from Darji. Darji says, how to test big commerce site. Okay, I think what I understand, I think, of course, you may have a different, intuition behind this question, but what I understand right now, you can always drop another question if you think that was not your question. A big e-commerce site is a replica of one of the action. For example, if I'm talking about Amazon, which is pretty big again, there are some basic common operations which a user perform. For example, searching a product is one of the use case, but there might be 10,000 products, there might be 50,000 products, and I don't mean that you should write 50,000 test cases here because it's the same operation which happens on every single category, right? So the point here is that do I have to write 50,000 test cases to test 50,000 products? No, because the template of a product remains the same. When you search for a product, you click on the thumbnail, you open that in a new tab, and then you should see the description, the title, the summary, the cost of it, and add to the cart or buy button, right? And certainly reviews and all that. So whatever you want to test is a common template. Then you use something called as data-driven testing to iterate your single test with multiple set of data. So you can search n number of products, keep iterating this test. No need to write multiple test cases. Write one and parameterize it. So pass the data from Excel and run the same test for whatever number of times you want to run. But the important thing will be define your scenarios in a very good way. For example, if I have to test Amazon, I would start with signing up, then go with the login. After login, I would try starting browsing things, or I would try also looking at the menu options that I can filter by the category. If I'm looking for appliances, I'm looking for any other product, right? I can always filter it right from the menu. And even if I go to a particular product search, on the left, I have so many options. So I must be keen to explore them. For example, how can I sort products listed by their price or by their relevance or by their reviews or whatsoever? Then there is also category like, filtering within the budget that I wanted something between this and this. So whatsoever. Point here is that break your product into various user scenarios and then try to test it. The one case which is like when you say huge, it certainly talks about the number of products on the platform. I don't want you to create 50,000 test cases for that. All you need is one test which is going to be iterated. But yeah, you can create few tests, one for probably like testing the first object in the first row, then maybe the last object of the second row. So some have some random tests which covers everything on the page, right? And then iterate it for several set of data, which pretty much makes sense that one or the other way you are covering what a user will do. I hope that gives you all the idea, insights, how to test it. And other part of it is when you say something big, break it, simplify it. Never say that you're trying to test anything big because you are going to break that into simpler forms and then you're going to test it independently and later you can integrate it and test it as a system testing, right? So simplify your work, break it into simple use cases, pick each use case, break it into scenarios, talk about it with different set of data and test it, right? I hope that makes sense. If you still have anything else, you can always let me know, right? Okay, so I think that answers your question, Darji. And if you have anything else, just let me know. We have another one coming in from Aman. Aman says, I'm tester in ADAS. Suggest some courses for impressive profile build. Okay, I think that's a little challenging for me because I'm not an ADAS expert. But yeah, from a testing perspective, I can certainly answer your question, but not from a development perspective. The point is, of course, ADAS has a lot many other things which you can certainly explore at any point of time, right? There are so many internal tools which you make use of. You talk about your simulators, you talk about your, emulators, or having these loggers, etc. There are several languages which you can certainly master, or talk about getting certified with standards like ISO. So if you are taking certain certifications from ISO like 26262, which will help you to determine the criticality. Talking about AutoSir, when you come to AutoSir, you can certainly define some good practices and you can learn that in more detail that how AutoSir helps me to talk about what exactly goes in the industry. And even if you talk about the ASPICE, which is the process optimization of automotive industry, which is kind of like, how do you define maturity in the test process? So these could be some of the testing perspective, which you can look forward to improvise your skill on. That being a automotive test lead, being an automotive test manager tomorrow, people would look forward to you from the testing perspective that, hey, can you help me to define a good process? Then you should know how to determine the best practices in the process, how to define the strategy. And in order to do that, like improvising the test process of an organization or determining the methods, steps, strategy, approach to be taken for a project, all you need to know is how does ISO drive you? How does ASPICE drive you? How does AutoSAR drive you? How does the basic in kind of unit testing like MISRA C, which is your unit frameworks? So you can just jump onto these kind of things, which would add more value to your portfolio. People look forward to tester who is just not a tester, right? They understand what a developer is doing. They understand what an architect is designing, and the better you know, right? The better your confidence will be and understanding of the domain will be, right? So we meant that. So go ahead and look forward to these things, Aman. And I think that pretty much gives you what I can suggest you with. But if you have anything else, just let me know. I can look forward to answer that. Okay. So I hope that certainly responds. Yeah. Jay Prakash says, thank you, sir. And I'm from Sri Lanka and attended the ISTQB exam last Sunday. Most of the questions came from whatever you teach. Really, thank you. Oh, that's a really great feedback, of course. And for many other people who are watching this live session right now, and people who will be watching this video after the live session gets over, That's a great confirmation that the videos are very well aligned for taking up the examination, and that too not only in the India, any other country as well. So Jayaprakash, first of all, congratulations to you for getting succeeded in the examination. It's really great news for us, and we certainly feeling very happy that we have a global love from so many organizations and so many countries across the world, and it's really great news. And another thank you for letting us know the great approach, the recommendation on the content to the audience here, that the videos are well driven, which will help you to prepare well for the certification. And we are, in fact, very happy. So thank you so much for Jayaprakash for letting us know about your result. We look forward to a very, very bright future ahead for you. And do let us know if you think I can help you with anything else. So all the very best for your future endeavors. Okay, we have another one coming in from Anonymous Shooter. That's a nice name. Says, thank you, sir. I recently passed the ISTQB foundation level. What should I study next? Performance, model-based tester, mobile application testing, and what are these? Could you explain a bit? Of course, that was, I think, was my answer, because we don't recommend any of these blindly. We understand your shoe first, and then we suggest you that what you could take next. Number one, congratulations on your foundation success. Thank you so much for letting us know, being a part of this live session and sharing your uh, results with all of us. And it's really good to see that you're looking forward to another certification right after that. And the certifications which you have mentioned as your options are basically specialization certifications. And it certainly depends on if you do any one of these in your real day to day work. For example, if you are into performance testing or you are a performance tester, you can look forward to the performance certification. Or if you are into model based testing, or if you want to be a model based tester, when you have decided that, you can look forward to the certification too. Similarly, for the mobile application, which is for mobile application testers. So if you are a QA who is working on a mobile application development or mobile application testing domain, then you can look forward to that certification too, right? So if in case you want to be one of them, or if you are already one of them, that's how these certifications are shortlisted. Okay, so if in case you are in a very generic domain right now, probably like ordinary software testing, like other applications which are non-domain specific, or if you're in particular domain, look forward to that particular domain. For example, we have security tester, we have automation tester, we have usability tester, and many other, right? So you can decide what do you do according to that. If there's nothing which matches your domain currently, then you can even target the agile certification, which would be a great pick for anyone blindly. The reason is most of the organizations are working on that particular part of it, right? Because agile is something which is trending, and every organization by default is looking forward to adopt agile. If you're agile certified, that would certainly help you to add more value to your portfolio as well. The other one which you said is one more thing, the way you explain statement testing and coverage, it's very clear. I understand everything from your video lessons. Thank you so much for sharing your feedback there. It certainly makes a lot of sense to me, because we always think a person who is new to it and then design our videos, because we don't want people to get confused and people to wonder, hey, isn't he talking about very advanced level? Isn't he talking from his experience rather than thinking of what we are? So we always come down, right? I'm an instructor by choice, not by force, right? So I understand what my participants expect when I explain them, or what my participants can have as a knowledge, and we deliver according to that. So thank you so much for sharing your experience and your feedback. Also, you say I'm from Malaysia and my work colleagues also follow your lessons. 17 people all passed the exam. That's a big number. Thank you so much for letting us know. It's a great number. And I think I was just wondering, one of them, like you, who succeeded, but thank you for letting me know that 17 people and all of them have passed. That's a big news. I think you should probably put it on LinkedIn and somewhere. And I think you should let the people know that, hey, in Malaysia, if you want to refer it, this is the channel, right? So if you can do that for me, probably that would be great, because I've been to Malaysia maybe kind of like 10 times by now, but different organizations. it's so difficult for someone from outside to promote their content there. But yeah, I have a good view from Malaysia, and I've been to Kuala Lumpur, Petaling Jaya, and a lot of places, different organizations like British Telecom, or you talk about Dassault Systems, a number of companies there. And thank you, adding another set of people from Malaysia there. So that's a great news. Thank you so much for sharing it, and I hope I have answered your question too. If you think there's anything else which you think I should answer, just let me know. And thank you so much for suggesting my tutorials to your colleagues. It certainly brings up my motive of having this channel, that is to build a better QA community. Thank you. Thank you so much. As your name says, Anonymous Shooter. That's a great name, anyways. Thank you. I know that's a different name, of course, for your YouTube account, but that's a great thing. Thank you. Okay, Darji says, sorry, I think I missed a few things in between to cover that. Let me just quickly go back and see what all did I miss, if I have not answered anything, because for me, everyone is important here, right? Keithy says, thank you so much, sir, for your advice. It's always my pleasure, Keithy. Keep rocking, keep learning. And Darji says, thanks for explaining about e-commerce. I'm asking about big commerce website, which is slightly different than e-commerce and contains some different functionality than e-commerce websites. So would you do me a favor, Darji, if you can add quickly some key points that what we are referring to, because I think I'm kind of like getting confused because I'm not sure what big commerce basically means. So if you can just give me some quick highlight, I may be pretty much helpful to guide you, because you do understand I may not be master of all the domain, right? Certainly, I have been to banking, automotive too much because, of course, Aman can be very confident on that. Hey, he knows a lot of things about automotive, right? So, point is, I may not be master of all, right? So, if you can just tell me a bit more about what is big commerce, then maybe I can advise you better how to test the system, right? And Aman says, thank you so much, sir. It's always my pleasure, Aman. We are all here to help each other and add value to our QA community. And we are happy that we could help you. Don't forget to drop a thumbs up to all of you, because we want this video to reach a number of people who can just come here to ask their questions. Still, not many people know that there is a live session happening on this channel, and they can come here and ask their questions. Okay, SM is back here. SM says, hi, sir. I managed to pass with 67.5 by your videos. I'm really grateful for your support. I'm at work in the toilet. I remember SM from the last session. I remember that. Okay, guys, for everyone here who is listening to this video right now, SM is a person who takes some time off from his desk and goes to the restroom to attend this live session. And this has been a pattern for last few weeks. I think maybe more. I know it from the last 2 weeks. And SM always does this. That's the reason he has that icon there. He takes a break for an hour, go to the restroom and attend this live session, and ask me questions, whatever he wanted. And I'm really, really proud that this is one of the dedication which people can certainly put to their personal growth and move ahead in their career, right? You see that, right? This is one of the best examples to talk about that how it can help somebody to boost their own self. Number one, you don't have to have excuses. You cannot say that I don't have time, I don't have reason. Look at this guy. This person is so dedicated that he takes off from his desk, goes to the restroom just to listen to this live session and ask his questions. And today, he is letting me know that he has succeeded. I think a great, great, great congratulations, SM. We are really proud of you, first of all. I'm personally proud of you that I've not seen such dedication before, right? I've not seen such dedication before from, I think, any of my participants till date, right? Because nobody would have done that in my past. And you are the first of that kind that who has dedicated time to stay in the restroom to attend my session, especially to ask your questions or get your support, whatever you need, and finally succeeded in. It's really, really, big thing for me. And I will never forget this name forever. And I think you will be probably one of my role example if I have to motivate somebody. So thank you so much for sharing your approach of preparing for this examination, which is very unique. and memorable, of course, because nobody would do that. You know, I'm not sure this would be the primary approach for anyone to be so dedicated. And congratulations, SM. It's really a hard work what you have put. I don't think anybody studies in restroom, but you did it, and you did it in the certification too. Congratulations, a big one to all of you. Sorry, the SM. I pretty much understand that it takes a lot of effort to have such dedication, and the credit of the success goes to you, right? I was just helping you with the material. I don't want that even 1% credit comes to me, because the whole dedication, what comes from you, is amazing, right? And thank you so much for doing that and letting us know about your success. It means a lot to me. Thank you. Thank you so much for that, SM. And I see another one comment from you, which says, here in the United States, automation is in high demand. I know that, but my desire is security testing. ISTQB requires 3 years of experience. What's your advice? Yeah, that's certainly true. When you say ISTQB needs 3 years of experience, I'm not sure if you already have 3 years of experience with you. If not, you may prepare for it for the time being. I'm pretty much sure that you might be already having some experience uh, of software testing on papers. So you may have to wait for it to complete and hit the prerequisite, because that's not a just a optional thing. It's a prerequisite to take up the examination, and that needs that much of knowledge. So all I can say is there's no option or other way around possible to excuse that option. You will have to be waiting for that prerequisite to get filled, and as far as that prerequisite is satisfied, you can take up the examination, right? So I think there's no other option for you to take up a security testing certification right here. But yeah, of course, if you meanwhile want to take up any other certification, for example, uh, security testing also needs automation. So learning automation is not going to harm or waste your time. So I would suggest you, meanwhile, uh, get started with learning and learn automation too, because no matter which domain you go to, be it security testing, be it any other testing, automation is helpful everywhere today, and not only here, everywhere, right? And you may look forward to do it. So just look forward to the automation part. And I'm really, really happy to suggest you that, because the world is moving towards automation. And for security testing as well, you would need some of the automation skills. So start building up your portfolio on the fundamentals of automation. And when the time comes, and parallelly keep preparing. Security testing is not an easy certification. It takes a lot of understanding, right? And moreover, you don't have tutorials for that. In fact, from me, we have not created any playlist as of now for security testing. So you are on your own, but you have my help. You can always ping me. It's just that I've not created the tutorials, but I can always help you, right? So look forward to it, and I would be more than happy to assist you there, right? So go ahead, all the very best. You can start preparing on the automation, parallelly start establishing your knowledge on the security testing, and when the time comes, just hit it. Okay, Anonymous Shooter has another one which says, is there any way to donate money, sir? Hey, first of all, thank you for asking that. Second thing is, of course, it's your wish. Though I don't do that. Like generally, I don't have any instructions for donating money to me, because I certainly do something really good. But I do not reject my participants' gift. Right? People may have any kind of love for me, and it's been happening for months now, where people have given me some donations, which is just like token of appreciation, token of love. So we do not reject that or do not let our participant feel bad about it. So we are in fact happy. If you think you have something to share with me, I would be more than happy to accept as token of love and appreciation from my participant. But as such, I don't demand that, and I never put any instructions anywhere. You will not find anywhere that, hey, you can use this link to donate money for me or something, because I think I'm doing pretty much good for my living, because this is just my extra job which I do for my people. But other than that, I have my full-time job to take care of, which I pretty much do, you can always go ahead and do that right here if you have that dollar button on the chat, and you can do whatever you want. Okay. If not, if you're happy with any other option like PayPal, I can drop you my PayPal ID, right? You can do that as well. But yeah, thank you so much for considering it. It certainly makes a lot of sense to me. And thanks for your love and, token of appreciation for it. I've been getting a lot of such without my, permission as well. And I just send them a thanks. That's all. It's up to them, right? And we cannot just say no to them. So yes, it's up to you. You can go ahead and use that. We have a kind of like show your support for TMS Squad with the dollar symbol, and you can do whatever you want to do. Or if you let me know, I can share my PayPal ID with you, and you can do it securely as well. But yeah, this is also secure. You can use this option. Let me know whatever you need. And don't get me wrong, sir, cause we are earn more money. Hey, no, come on. Yeah, that's what I think. This is what I was trying to say, right? This is something which is love and kind of token of appreciation. And your gift is not about money, right? It's more about if I come to Malaysia and if you meet me, certainly you may offer me a meal, or you may take me out for some kind of occasion, maybe for out a dinner or something, and that's also a token of appreciation. So I always respect. Okay, I always respect that, because sometimes people are so excited, and it's not just you, right? I told you many other people have also done it, and sometimes they do without asking me. Sometimes they ask me what is the best way to send the money to you, and they do it, and I don't say no to them. The reason is, I know this could not be not anything big for me, but the point is it's your love, and I cannot just reject it and make you feel bad about it. So as you are willing to do it, I'm happy to accept it. That's it. So I don't mind. Okay. I'm not feeling bad anything about it. Just go ahead and just let me know what option do you need. And Raven TVHK, that's a different name. It says, I'm doing self-study in ISTQB Agile Tester extension, and currently checking out your Agile certification tutorials. Hope I'll be able to pass. Yes, you will be. There are many others who have done it, and so you can also. Just let me know if you think you have any queries at any point of time. Drop me a comment whenever you think you have a query, and you will have my revert right there on your comment. Okay. And if you think you are having a query right now, you can still do the same job by dropping your query here. I would be more than happy to help you. Right. So always feel free to reach out to me. There are different ways. Every video in the description, you'll find my LinkedIn ID, my Facebook ID, whatsoever the way you want to use, but reach me out is what I suggest. So just feel free to let me know if you have any questions. And the videos are really good to help you to prepare well. Okay. All right. So Raven also says, you are so kind, sir. You are sharing your knowledge to others. That's all my passion. I always wanted to share this knowledge with everyone else that can pretty much do a great work for people to build community, because I'm not thinking about being selfish and keeping the knowledge within me. I always wanted to have a better community who can stand together, right, with the same knowledge. And this is where I'm sharing my confidence, my knowledge, my booster, everything with everyone else. Because if I have at least 100 people like me in the world, imagine these 100 people can make so much difference in the world in the coming days. So I want to replicate myself, and that's why I create my tutorials without any compromise. Okay, I don't cut short on any of the videos. I do not hide any information because I need money from you. Because say generally people, they do that. If you go to any other ISTQB tutorial, they talk very short, like 2 minutes, 3 minutes, and they want you to come to them to take a full training, which is of course on a cost. And I don't demand that. I don't do a public session. I don't conduct public batches because I don't want the money from you. I want to share the knowledge so that people can find easy way to learn it without any cost being involved, right? And that pretty much makes a lot of sense. So it is really, really, really a great thing. And I will be always happy to share my knowledge. And thank you so much for your wonderful compliment there, which keeps me always fueled up to keep up my good work for everyone else, right? Thank you so much, Raven, for sharing your feedback. It makes a lot of sense to me. Okay, there's another one in between says SM. SM says, my time expired now. I have to leave. I will watch the replay after work. Stay blessed and stay safe. Thank you so much, SM. I understand your dedication there. Thank you for being here. Madhi says, how to improve in automation testing. Improve in automation testing is by building up your knowledge on how an automation solution can be implemented. A lot of automation testers across the world know that how to use an automation tool, right? But they don't know how to fix the tool, or they don't know how to build up something of your own from scratch, right? It's just as simple as that, that you can be a good driver when you buy a car, but do you know how to fix if your car breaks down? So calling out yourself as a mechanic too, right, doctor of your own car, is always a wonderful thing. You remove dependency and you know how your car functions. You know how to do basic troubleshooting. And while you're driving, if you're stuck, you can fix that and keep on moving, right? You know how to diagnose things. So, being in automation testing, you always know how to automate a product, right? You know how to write a script, how to run that script, how to report that script with using your so called tool. But the point is, what more? Do you know how to build an automated framework? Like we talk about data driven framework, kind of modularized framework, hybrid framework, keyword driven framework. Look forward to these things. If you already know that, now start looking for being an automation architect. What is automation architect? The person who designs an automation solution for the organization. Is more the person who sets up that, hey, how will automation actually work in a project? Like how the tools gets integrated, how the data gets imported. Can I make some changes or set up the tool in a way which would further modify or assist me with more benefits? So try to come up with those ideas, try to come up with understanding of the architecture behind the tool, that how exactly an automation tool works. What more can I do to reduce my effort? Okay, for example, in order to automate a test, a simple test, you might be writing 40 lines of code, right? 40 lines of script. But try to now figure out that how can I bring it to 20 lines of script? Is there a way? Of course, there's a way. All you need to do is master yourself in that. So, in order to keep improving in automation, is all about minimizing your effort on building up the automation test. And that's the best thing what you can always do in order to fix it. So, go ahead and look forward to it. And I hope that answers your question too. Madi, if you have anything else, just let me know. Ravan says, thank you, you're welcome. Vignesh, what kind of testing happens in industrial 4.0 technology, like big data, IoT? Okay, the testing pretty much remains same. The fundamentals, foundation of testing is same for any industry. It's just that the testing further moves to the domain side of it. Now, when you say domain side of it, for example, big data, or if you talk about IoT, what is Internet of Things? Now, Internet of Things is more about wearable devices, where we talk about connecting another device to one device. For example, having my AirPods with my iPhone is all about making sure that the AirPods understand the instructions which I give it on the phone interface, and the phone interface understands what kind of device is connected. Right now, the point is this event which happens in the air without any kind of strings attached, right? It's a cordless event which happens. How do you deal with it? Your scenarios will not be how you test an e-commerce website. Your scenario will not be like how you test a website or maybe any application like ADM software, etc. Right? There are hundreds of things which are different. A wearable device does not work the way your ordinary application or software system works. You have different scenarios to deal with it. You have gestures to deal with it. You have kind of inputs which are given in different forms like touch, tap, and all that. So your testing will be more driven towards that particular platform or that particular technology. And your test cases will also be driven by that. Your test cases will not be ordinary that, hey, your user goes with this, clicks on that, and taps on the right side to pause it, taps on the left side to play it. No. These are general testing. When we talk about this, the intensity of it. For example, if I hold it for 3 seconds, what happens? If I hold it for 4 seconds, does it increase the volume? Right? If you continue pressing it for a longer duration, you can pretty much understand that what to do, right? So there are different things which you can certainly perform specifically to a particular industry, and that's how it is, which you can take care of in order to deal with uh, testing the 4.0 industry technology, and they are unique, right? So you can look forward to understand more about it by stepping into that, and you can certainly take care of exploring how much ever you want to explore. And each item, like if you say big data is different from AI is different from IoT, and so on. So it's not just that it is so straightforward, and it would be different for different options. So you need to understand each one of them separately to get a hold of it. And that's how you can say my testing would be different than anyone else, right? So I hope that makes sense. And if you have any other question, just do let me know. I'll be more than happy to assist you there. Okay, I think I've already hit my an hour of the live session, but never mind. I'll just complete the question which we have here, and would look forward to kind of respond back to each one of you, and suggest just answer all those questions, and then we will sign it off. And who's that? We have Dakshinamurthy says, thank you for the videos. Gonna take the foundation next week. Okay, that's great. Thank you so much. I'm new to this field and wondering what certifications are after foundation for an entry level in automation testing. Um, New to this, of course, you're new to ISTQB, I understand, and you would be um, needing that you can pick up any other certification, especially if you talk about the automation testing. We have a certification called as advanced level certification for automation tester, and you can always look forward to have it, right? But after the foundation is a prerequisite to take the advanced level certification of automation testing, and that could be helpful. So you can always go ahead and look forward to this, and you can try out that. Yes, you can take up that certification. If you're not consistent or just particular about automation testing, there are a great set of certification. I would suggest you to go to istqb.org. Okay, the istqb.org, and the homepage will tell you all the certifications which we have. Second, all the certification names are hyperlinked. If you click on that, you can always understand from the outline and the business outcomes which are mentioned there, that what each certification deals with and what you can look forward to next, right? So that would be great. Okay. Uh, okay, this is for anonymous shooter. I think I just figured out to get my ID. If you think you would like to go with the PayPal, you have the option here and you can make use of it. Okay, just to as you asked for it. Thank you. Madhi says, sir, you have any future plans to make automation tutorials? Love your way of teaching. It's really great. Thank you so much for that. Automation tutorials I don't do here. I have my channel called as Testing in Nutshell, where I talk everything about software testing other than certifications. So if you're not aware of this, go and hit a click there, and you would understand I pretty much have a lot of tutorials already there. So go ahead and have a look there. And yes, automation, we have two playlists already there for automation testing on UFT and LoadRunner. Maybe the next one will be Selenium, and we'll be talking about more on the automation. Yes. Okay, I think we have covered all the questions on the chat right now, and it's time for me to say goodbye. And that's all. We generally connect between 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. for an hour to listen to your queries and respond to all of you. Thank you so much for being a part of this live session team. I always appreciate all the members who participate in live session, because this live session is incomplete without your participation. Don't forget to drop a thumbs up to make this video visible to hundreds others. Not just like, if you want, you can share it. You can let people know verbally that, hey, if you have questions, you are free to come here and ask your questions, and we don't have any criteria. You don't really have to be a subscriber to ask the question. Anybody can ask questions here, and we are kind enough to help anyone who are interested to know something more about testing. So thank you so much. We are looking forward to connect again next Saturday between 7 to 8 p.m. to assist you with more and more questions. And as usual, what I say is that's all from this live session team. Should you have anything else, feel free to comment below. I'm always there to address your queries and answer them well. Till then, keep learning, keep exploring, keep understanding the context. Thanks for being a part of this live session team and happy learning. Take care, team. See you next week and stay safe. Thank you all.